In this video, we are going to discuss about the plane waves and lossy dielectrics. On the completion of this topic, the students will be able to explain how a dielectric medium affects the propagation of an electromagnetic plane wave and also the result of parallel wave experiment, how they can use the parallel wave experiment for demonstrating the relative dielectric constant in an unknown material. Plane wave in the dielectrics, that is imperfect dielectrics. So here we are assuming a media which is a charge space, which is rho v is equal to 0 and the sigma is not is equal to 0, considering the permittivity level which is equal to, it is mu naught into mu r and epsilon is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r. So if this media is charged free space means we know that the volume charge density is equal to 0, that is nothing but del cross h vector is equal to j vector plus dou d vector by dou t vector. So that is nothing but sigma plus j omega epsilon into E vector. In the case of electric field, we can write this equation as minus dou b vector by dou t, which is equal to minus j omega mu into h vector. Taking the curl function of this equation, we will be getting as del cross E vector is equal to minus j omega into mu into del cross h vector. Taking the vector quantity, that is del cross A is vector is equal to del of del dot A vector minus del square A vector. So substituting this equation in the form of the divergence, we will be getting that del of del dot E vector minus del square E vector is equal to minus j omega mu into sigma plus j omega epsilon into E vector. The plane of propagation in the case of the lossy dielectrics will be equal to 0, so that we can write this equation as del square E vector minus j omega mu into sigma plus j omega epsilon into E vector equal to 0. Considering the electric field, we can write this equation as del square E vector minus gamma square into E vector is equal to 0, which is gamma is nothing but the propagation constant. We are defining the gamma in terms of alpha and beta, that is we are writing as gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta, that is gamma square is equal to alpha square minus beta square plus 2 into j alpha beta. In terms of electric and the magnetic field, we can write the current density in terms of j vector plus dou d vector by dou t vector. In terms of electric field, we can write it as minus dou b vector by dou t. So from the vector quantity, there is del cross E vector is equal to minus j omega mu into del cross h vector. Equating these two equations and considering the real and the imaginary parts, so we will be getting as alpha square minus beta square is equal to omega square into mu epsilon, and also the imaginary part, that is 2 alpha beta is equal to omega mu into sigma. Taking the magnitude for the equation 5 and the equation 4, that is alpha square is equal to gamma square is equal to alpha square plus beta square. So we know the value of alpha and beta, substitute the value here, so that we will be getting as alpha square plus beta square is equal to omega into mu into root of omega square into epsilon plus sigma square. Here we are considering the terms, that is real values in this term and the imaginary term to this term, and equating these terms and finding out the alpha value. So from this, alpha is nothing but the attenuation constant, which is the measure of the wave we are propagating, so which travels in the same. And here we are taking the imaginary part, that is 2 beta square is equal to omega into mu into root of omega square and epsilon plus sigma square plus omega square and mu into epsilon. From that we are finding out the beta value, which is nothing but the phase constant. If this electric field is propagating in the positive z direction and also the component is x, then this equation, wave equation, we can write in terms of electric field or magnetic field, which is nothing but E vector of z comma t is equal to E naught of e power minus alpha z into cos omega t minus beta z into x vector. And in the case of the magnetic field, that is nothing but h vector of z comma t is equal to h naught of z e power minus alpha into z into cos omega t minus beta z minus theta into y vector. And we know the intrinsic impedance, which is nothing but eta is equal to E vector naught E naught by h naught, that is eta is equal to root of j omega mu into sigma plus j omega epsilon, which is equal to modulus of eta into e power j eta theta into n. So from this we can find out the value of the theta, which we know that is angle between the propagation is tan 2 theta n is equal to sigma divided by omega into epsilon. So from this conclusions, what we are making means the wave is propagating in the lossy dielectrics will be having, that is the electric field and the magnetic field amplitude will be alternating by e power minus alpha into z, and also this electric field will be leading the h vector by, that is magnetic field by theta m. And from this we can find out the value of the wave velocity and the loss tangent. So loss tangent values can be determined by the two types of the media, which is good dielectric and the good conductor. In case of the good dielectric, that is tan theta small means sigma by omega epsilon is less than 0.1, which we are taking as low loss, and tan theta large sigma by epsilon omega epsilon is greater than 10, which we are considering as high loss. So in the term of another fact, if we are considering the characteristic of the media, if it is having the operating frequency, then the medium which we are taking as a good conductor, that is low frequency, that may handle the good dielectric at the high frequency. So the same thing which we are seeing the graphical representation in the lossy dielectric. So from this it starts to attenuate and it starts decreasing at a plane wave. Quiz questions on the plane waves in the lossy media. Which parameter is unity in air medium? Which is nothing but relative permittivity. Zero permittivity or permeability implies which phase? No magnetic or electric energy is permitted in the medium. Thank you.